What's up, all? Just wanted to show you a super quick video of how to replace the VVT Solenoid. It's here in your MR2 Spyder, or really anything with the 1ZZ. It's going to be your Matrix, Corolla, I think some RAV4s also. So, it's super simple. I mean, it's one bolt, literally, right there. One 10mm bolt with a little plug, and that's really it. So, just so you know, your solenoid is back here, a little bit above your alternator. This is actually the solenoid right here. I wanted to see, I apologize. So you've got a plug in there. This is gonna be hard. So I'm going to first take out my 10mm bolt. Just so you know, for orientation, you can see on my new one. So your plug is going to be offset right here on the right. This will kind of help you figure out where your bolt is. So it's like here. Your bolt's going to be right down below the solenoid. So I'm just going to find it with my finger. And it's a 10mm bolt, like I said. I'm going to have to do this. Like that. A little difficult to get to because your alternator bracket's going to be in the way. But you can see it's right down in there. So I'm just going to get my ratchet. Sorry about all the noise, it's super windy outside, and I don't have my microphone. Everything's conspiring against me. There we go. There's just this little tiny fella back here. And the reason I'm taking out the bolt before I do my take out my plug is because the plug's a little difficult to reach out to. So I'm hoping this will give me a tad bit more room. But you want to be real careful when taking this bolt out because you do not want to lose it. It's not an easy thing to get to. You don't want it to fall in anything. So I'm going to see if I can. What you want to do is not get it all the way out with your socket or your extension. I'm going to try to get it out by hand. Because like I said, it's not that easy to get. When it's reasonably loose, you can just take it out by hand. And I'm finger loosening it far more than I should be. But I don't want to drop it. Alright, I'll come back to it one second. Alright, so I got my bolt out. Here it is. I'm realizing that my new bolt is a little short, which I don't really like, so I'm probably going to reuse my old bolt because I think you need it. So, in order to help me get this plug out right here, this is what you got to depress to get your plug out. But what you can do with the bolt removed, the 10, is you can rotate this enough to where you can get your pigtail off. And then you just want to take this and just rotate it out a little bit. Mine's been out very recently, so it's not going to be horribly difficult for me. I do need my second hand back, so yeah, I'm going to do this with two hands. I got to move the harness out of the way. Alright, so I was able to take, light is going to get in the way, I apologize. Well, whatever, we need to do it to look. Alright, so I was able to remove a solenoid. Okay, that's perfect. So this is my old one right here. Looks to be in okay condition. Plug looks okay. Internally, this is going to be hard to inspect, one, because of this stupid spotted light. But the reason I'm removing it and replacing it is because I'm having an issue with the car coming on cam. There seems to be some hesitation in doing so, so I'm assuming it's this. I don't know for a fact, but it's a cheap enough part where I can change it. Actually, what I am noticing here for this one thing I don't know if they should bother it or not, but it's a much larger O-ring here. And some space in the O-ring, so I don't know if that's bothering it or not. There seems to be some considerable space in the O-ring. That's not great. Whereas on this one, you can see that, at least design-wise, okay, it's gonna be hard to see. Sorry, flickering. There we go, so much better. There's not much room on either side for the O-ring. Whereas on that one, there's quite a bit, so I'm not sure if there was just maybe a bad O-ring that was screwing this up, and design-wise, this isn't great. I'm not 100% sure this is the factory solenoid, but we'll find out when we put it. Alright, so replacing it's super simple. Get this over here. Sorry, this is all gonna get edited out, I hope. Alright, so we'll remember that this bolt goes in the down position. Your plug wire is in this position. And we just enter. Yet again, I'm gonna have to need my second hand back so I can guide this in, because you are doing this job completely blind. This goes into the back of the head and right above the alternator. So there's a harness in the way, alternator bracket in the way, and you just can't see. So I would use two hands, not use a camera when you're doing it. It'll be a lot easier. Alright, so I was able to get my solenoid in here. I'm pretty sure that lined up my bolt accurately, but I want to fish it in. You can get a better vantage point from the side, but while filming, that is not going to be a possibility. Maybe. Actually, there we go. So it kind of shows you what you're doing, but doesn't exactly help you line it up. Just like I said, working in the back of this engine is super irritating. Okay, holes over here. And obviously don't drop this. Alright, as you can see, my screen's flashing. The solenoid is in, it's plugged in. Got your 10mm bolt in there installed. Everything looks good so far. Now all I have to do is just start the car, warm it up, and see if it helped. But yeah, it's a pretty easy job. Like I said, the only thing you have to be cautious about is losing that 10mm bolt that comes out of the bottom that holds it in place. I unfortunately dropped it, so that took some time, and what should have been an easy job was not. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or concerns, you can feel free to reach out. I'll put a link in the description of the one I replaced it, but I replaced it with the Dorman one. I wanted to get a reputable one. There's numerous ones you can find on Parts Geek from what I looked at. But yeah, I'll put a link in for what I have over there. And if you like videos like this, feel free to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.